Hi everyone, I'm Caris and welcome to my corner of the internet where I talk about books and other things that I enjoy. Today I'm going to be doing 48 hours of reading Christmassy books. So it's currently Sunday the 20th of December and I don't know about anyone else, but I'm just not feeling particularly festive yet. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I physically can't believe that it's Christmas when my brain is still in March. Obviously all the new announcements of the new tiers and stuff yesterday in the UK didn't help. Reasons aside, I've decided that I need to do something about this, and I think the perfect way to do it is just having a really festive couple of days. So I picked out 4 books that I want to read over the next couple of days and I'll show you them now. The first one is The Miracle on Ebenezer Street by Catherine Doyle. This is a middle grade retelling of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, which I think I read a very long time ago. I definitely know the story because I've seen various versions of the film. I've been really looking forward to this because I really loved Catherine Doyle's YA trilogy when I read that a few years ago. I haven't read her middle grade books yet, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about them for people who have read them, so I'm really hoping that I will love this one just as much. The next book I have here is Mistletoe and Murder by Robin Stevens. This is book 5 in the Murder Most Unladylike series. I literally just finished book 4 and I'm so excited to delve into this next one. This one is set in Cambridge and it takes place at Christmas time, as the title would suggest, and I think that the two main characters, Daisy and Hazel, are gonna meet up with some other characters that they've come into contact with before, and I'm just so excited to see how that all plays out, and I'm really excited to see how Christmas plays into the story. The next book I have is Tinsel by Cheval. This is another middle grade book. These are all middle grade books, by the way, and this is the retelling of the Father Christmas story, and the little subtitle bit here says The Girls Who Invented Christmas, so I believe it's going to be a retelling of the story, looking at what it would be like if Father Christmas was a girl. And the final book I have here is A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. I've heard so many good things about Matt Haig's Christmas books. This is the only one that I've got, but if I enjoy this then I'll probably try and get my hands on a copy of the other 2, although maybe not this Christmas because I don't think I'll have enough time. I think that this is another retelling of the Father Christmas story, but I'm not entirely sure. So those are the 4 things that I'd really like to get to over the next couple of days, and I'm going to bring you along on the reading journey with me. Along with that, I really want to do loads of other Christmassy things, so I've got some Christmas baking in mind. I really want to watch at least one Christmas film because I've only seen this year so far The Princess Switch and the second Princess Switch movie, and there's so many that I've got on my various watch lists and I just know I'm not going to get around to them all because I've just been putting them off. So the 2 that I really want to get to are Noel and Jingle Jangle, because I haven't obviously seen those yet because those are new, and then any others that I can fit in before Christmas would be a bonus. Definitely need to see How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but I'll probably watch that on Christmas Eve because that one's my favourite. But before that, in about 10 minutes time, Shannon and Anna have started a new little series over on their channels where they're doing Sunday morning reading sprints with a guest host each week, and this week they're joined by Leanne from Leanne Rose, and I really want to go and watch it because it just sounds so lovely and the perfect way to start a Sunday morning. So that's what I'm going to go and do, and I think I'm going to start with The Miracle on Ebenezer Street because this is the one that I bought that made me think that I wanted to do this video.
Oh, I warn you, I make really weird noises sometimes when I'm reading. I like this kind of
Hi everyone, it's much later now. It's about 3 o'clock. First of all, if you can hear weird shouting noises, I live right opposite a park and that's like literally right behind where my camera is, and they're doing like a football game, I think. Football game over there at the moment, so they're doing a lot of shouting. But yeah, it's about 3 o'clock now and it's the first time that I've had a chance to sit down and update the vlog because I went for a run at about midday straight after the live show ended, and that took about an hour. And then I got back, had my lunch, had a shower, and I'm finally ready now to sit down and do a bit more reading and get a bit festive. The live show this morning was just so lovely. I really enjoyed watching it. I don't think I've ever properly watched like a reading sprints live show before because I just seem to be out whenever there's things on that I want to do like that, so it was really nice to join in with it, and I actually feel like it made me be really productive. I think there was like the equivalent of just under an hour's worth of sprinting, and I got to page 65 of The Miracle on Ebenezer Street. So Not loads, but I think I did quite well. Like, that works out to about a page a minute, so I'm not too mad at that. Someone in the chat was literally reading like 100 pages in 20 minutes and I'm just in awe. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So it is a bit of a twist on the classic tale of A Christmas Carol, in that it follows a young boy whose mum has died and he now lives with his grandma and his dad is a bit of a Scrooge, and he just really hates Christmas, and it all stems back to the fact that his mum died around Christmas. And then an oil painting comes to life and the boy and his dad get pulled into the painting, and the bit where I'm at now, they were just watching back one of his Christmases from when he was younger, so that is obviously sort of in keeping with the Christmas Carol story. So my plan now is to just sit here for a bit and have probably about an hour of just reading. I think I'm going to watch Kira Foster's Read With Me video, because I know she did a Christmassy one recently and I haven't got around to that yet, and I love having someone on in the background reading while I am. I think that's why I enjoyed the sprint so much as well. And then at about 4, I think I'm going to put a Christmas film on and do some of my embroidery. So I may as well just show you my embroidery now. So this is what I'm working on for my mum for Christmas. It's like a landscape. Is it going to focus? It's like a landscape inspired by a photo that I took of a place in Cornwall. The little building is a lifeboat station, but I only have like a week left to finish it and I have to do all this grass here, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never done a landscape before. I'm sort of making it up as I go. So while I've got a film on, I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cook tea this evening. So I'm very busy. But the first thing is to try and get some more of this read. I think I would really like to have at least finish this book today and hopefully start a second one. I've also got a Leibkuchen here to eat because I love these. These and brandy snaps are my two favourite Christmas foods. Let me know in the comments what yours are. I know brandy snaps, I think a lot of people think they're the sort of thing that your nan buys, but I just love them and they're really difficult to come by, and I found a little greengrocer's that had like a whole wall of brandy snaps, so I've stocked up on them. And the final thing that I wanted to show you is my full person length hot water bottle that I purchased yesterday from Wilkinson's. Honestly, the best £10 I've ever spent. So it's much later now, it's about 11 o'clock in the evening, but I thought I would just do my last little update for the day. So I think the last time I checked in, I said that I was going to watch Kira's Read With Me video and then watch a film. So as you'll have seen from all of the little clips, I did that. I read for about 40 minutes with the video and then a little bit afterwards, and then my dad actually got back from a walk that he was on and basically wanted to watch a Christmas film with me. So in the end we ended up watching Arthur Christmas, not one of the two that I mentioned. Hopefully I'm going to get around to one of them tomorrow because I really do want to see both of those this year. But yeah, my dad just wanted to watch that one, and I'm really glad that we did actually, because I've seen it once. I saw it when it was in the cinema, but I haven't seen it since, and I forgot like how much I really love that film and just how magical and lovely it is. So I'm really glad that we did that, and because that was only about an hour and a half, it meant that I had a bit more time for some more reading after that as well. And then I cooked dinner and then had like a hot chocolate, a chocolate orange hot chocolate with orange Baileys. Would highly recommend. Not gonna lie, I've been putting Baileys in all of my hot drinks. Well, hot chocolate, not like tea, but I have been having a Baileys hot chocolate most nights since about the 1st of November, but that was a new combination and it was just amazing. Around all of that, I've actually just managed to finish The Miracle on Ebenezer Street by Doyle, and this was just so lovely. It was sort of like I was saying about Arthur Christmas, just such a magical story, and I just feel so Christmassy now. I feel like I've had a really amazing Christmassy day, and it was definitely what I needed. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this was not necessarily a retelling exactly, but a bit of a twist on the Christmas Carol story. And I think the last point I mentioned, the main character George and his dad had gone back to see a past Christmas, and as the traditional Christmas Carol story goes, they do end up going to visit a present version of Christmas and have a look at what Christmas could be like in the future for them. It was very heartwarming, very charming in places. I loved a few of the characters. George's nan in particular was just great. There was a purple reindeer, and there was also a line from it that I took a picture of, if I can find my phone. Yeah, I just wanted to share this line because I thought it was me. So they're talking about a girl who has basically kidnapped Santa at one point, and she wants a ransom, and the main character says, "What's the ransom?" And then the person who's telling them about this replies and says, "Oh, just the usual, 4 puppies, a talking unicorn and a pair of Taylor Swift tickets." And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that I was holding Santa hostage and wanting a ransom, because that would be literally exactly what I asked for. Moving on to what I'm going to read next, I think I'm going to just read for maybe about half an hour and then go to sleep. I'm actually feeling pretty tired. I know I said it's 11, but this is like super early for me. Normally I've been going to bed really late. I don't know if it's just because I've done so much today that's not just like sitting on my phone and scrolling, which I do have a habit of doing a lot of. I feel like I've spent a lot more of my day-to-day reading, and that has probably made me a lot more tired. So I looked at the pile of books that I had left, and because 2 of them are sort of retellings of the Father Christmas story, I've decided to split them up and read one now and put Murder Most and Ladylike in the middle. I don't think I will finish all of these books tomorrow by any means, so I've basically left the shortest one till last because I think I would like to get around to that one on Christmas Day. So the one that I want to read next is Tinsel by Cheval. As I said, this is a retelling of the Father Christmas story, but it follows a girl called Blanche Claus, and it says, "Join Blanche Claus and her best friend Rinky for a funny festive sleigh ride you'll never forget." And above that it says, "What if somewhere along the way we've all got the Santa story a bit wrong?" I'm really excited to get around to this. I've seen on Goodreads that Rhiannon recently finished this one, and I think she gave it 4 stars and really enjoyed it, so I hope that I love it just as much as that. But yeah, that's it for today really. I'm not gonna do another check-in until tomorrow, but I hope tomorrow is as good as today because I've just had such a lovely day. Why do I always manage to find the weirdest angles? Last night I basically read nothing, even though I said I was going to read for half an hour. I read the like prologue and the introduction, so I'm only on page 3. So I've basically got nowhere with it, but I'm going to go and sit down now and read for about half an hour or so. Yes, there's not really that much else to say other than that, but I just thought I would jump on and say hi. I've opened my advent calendars today, and other plans for today are watch a Christmas film, another one, and do my Christmas baking. So I'll just get on with it. I also just wanted to say quickly that I really love the end papers in this book. They're so pretty and very me, very my aesthetic. But yeah, that was it. I'm going to go and read this now for at least half an hour and then decide what I want to do, whether I want to do my baking this morning, whether I want to watch a Christmas film this morning. I just don't know. I feel like there's so much that I want to do before Christmas that I'm now stressing myself out about it when Christmas is meant to be relaxing. Anyone else or just me? Anyway, I'm gonna go and pick this up now. It's much later now, it's about 4 o'clock. I've actually got quite a lot of things that I wanted to get done today done, but that doesn't unfortunately include very much reading. I did about maybe half an hour of reading, really not that much. I'm on page 70, so I have been reading this quite quickly, so I'm hoping that when I sit down a bit later and do a bit more reading, I'll be able to at least finish this book today. My expectations on how much I'm going to read just seem to get lower and lower every single time I pick up the camera. But basically, the story begins with a girl called Blanche Claus, who is an orphan, and one Christmas someone gives her this bauble and she doesn't really understand why, but then all these things begin to change. She meets a girl called Rinky, who is also an orphan, and they have a mince pie feast together. And then the book skips to 5 years later, when Blanche is disguising herself as a boy to be a carter in London. She hasn't seen Rinky since, but then she manages to find her, and the bit where I'm at now, the two of them have basically decided that they want to be able to give a Christmas gift to every child in the world, and I guess that's where the whole Santa origin story is going to stem from. So I'm excited to pick some more of this up later. I am really enjoying it so far, although in places I feel like the plot has been a bit rushed. Like Rinky, I didn't really feel like her character was established that much at the beginning, because Blanche saw her as like this best friend figure, and she'd only really been in the book for about 3 pages. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to seeing where it goes. But for now, I'm going to go and do some festive baking. So I'm going to make some mini Christmas pudding tiffin things. So they don't actually taste like Christmas pudding, they're tiffins in the shape of Christmas puddings. I've also finished my embroidery, which I'm so happy that I've finally done, and I watched Noel, which I liked, but not as much as I thought I was going to, which is a shame. But I'm glad that I've seen it, and yeah, I'm just feeling so festive. Hi everyone, so it's a day later now, and I just wanted to sit down and finish off this vlog because I've actually finished the book that I was reading. So yesterday I made the mini Christmas pudding tiffin things, as you will have seen. They didn't look perfect because I didn't have like red to make the holly look like holly, and then the writing icing, the green, just turned into blobs, but they tasted nice, and that is the main thing, and they were super simple and easy to make, which was great as well. The other thing that happened that I wanted to mention quickly in this vlog is I had something come in the post, and I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like I've just ordered so many presents from various Etsy sellers and Instagram businesses and things like that, and I haven't kept track of anything. So anything that comes that's not from Amazon, I've been just opening straight away because I just assume that it's going to be something that I've ordered for someone's gift. So this parcel came and I opened it, and it actually wasn't anything that I'd ordered for something else. It was something for me, and it was actually a gift from the lovely Rhiannon from Welsh Reader. I've mentioned Rhiannon in quite a few of my videos. We actually became friends this year when we did a buddy read for the second book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series by Holly Jackson together, and we've basically just been talking on Twitter ever since then, and I'm so glad that we've become friends this year. And yeah, she actually sent me a gift that was wrapped up. So I've got it here, and I'm going to wait until Christmas Day to open it because it's only a couple of days away, and as it's wrapped so nicely, I thought it would be the perfect thing to put under the tree. I just wanted to say thank you so much, Rhiannon, that's so sweet of you, and I really can't wait to see what it is. And thank you for the little Christmas card as well. And the Christmas card says that it's definitely one to put you in a good wintry mood, so I can't wait to see what it is, and I'm really looking forward to reading that probably in January. I mean, I don't know what it is, but if it's something for a good wintry mood, then I feel like that's the sort of thing that I need in January. But I will of course update you all on what the book was in a future video when I talk about any books that I got over Christmas. So in terms of my reading, I did finish this morning the second book for this vlog, and that was Tinsel by Cheval, as I've already said. So I ended up giving this book a 3 stars. I did really enjoy it, and I actually read most of the second half of this book in one sitting. The reason why I brought it down a couple of stars is because I think I said about the pacing in the first half of the book, I just found it really weird. I felt like connections and characters were being established really quickly but without any real development. But at the same time, the plot in the first half of the book, not really that much was happening. But then when things began to pick up, I just loved it so much. It was so much fun. I thought a lot of it was so clever, like so many little details were thought about, even like why Rudolph's nose is red and why Santa has a hat and a beard. This is definitely one that I could see being adapted into like a Arthur Christmas style animation, and I would really love to see that. I would definitely go and watch it in cinemas because I just think it would be so much fun. So that's it for this vlog really. I managed to get through 2 books. So out of the 4 that I mentioned at the start of the video, I read half of those, but I'm pretty pleased with that because I have actually been pretty busy and I've managed to do a lot of other Christmassy things as well. So the other 2 books, if I can't get around to them before Christmas, I think reading them between Christmas and New Year is still perfectly fine. I basically see Christmas as starting on Christmas Day and going right up until New Year, and I like to spend that time getting in as much Christmassy stuff as possible. I'm not the sort of person who come Boxing Day the 26th is like, no, that's it, I can't do anything festive anymore. So I think I might try and get around to the Matt Haig book on Christmas Eve, and then maybe read the murder mystery between Christmas and New Year, because that seems like the one that's like the least about the actual story of Christmas. But I will of course update you on all my reading for this month in my December wrap up, which will hopefully be out in early January. Other than that though, that is it for this vlog and for today's video. I thank you all so much for watching. Leave me your favourite Christmas emoji in the comments if you've made it this far. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you will manage to have a wonderful time no matter what circumstances may be like this year, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope that you still have a wonderful day and are keeping safe and staying well, and I will see you again next time. Bye.